how do we navigate and continue to navigate social media and being authentic? It's a challenge. I find myself every now and then making sure I have on the right top and putting on a dress that would make me look like a size 2. That's not funny, that's true. Just say. But however, it's a challenge. And I would really like to thank Dr. Seeley for introducing the idea of authenticity. So when we look at authenticity, in order for you to be a friend, in order for you to attract friends, the Bible tells us we need to do what? First, show ourselves friendly. So I want you to do a little activity for me. Turn to the person next to you and tell them your second name. You don't have a second name? Of course you do. I didn't say. Thank you. So when we think about being authentic, anybody for a second thought about making up a name? That crossed your mind? Or we'll talk after? See me after. No, she's saying she don't have one. How many names do you have? So you have a second. You don't have a middle. I didn't say middle. Thank you. I didn't say your middle name. I said your second name. Now, this is what I want us to get. This is what I want us to get. We have gotten so immersed in this social culture that we no longer seek truth. We are no longer in a place where we listen. Everything is just fast-paced. And what is amazing, what we find ourselves, we are trying to keep up with something that we can't. We have to run in our own lane and stay there. I remember, I just want to share this story that literally happened yesterday. I went to Massey, Trin City, and the escalator, it's a very heavy, the lift, it's very heavy. So I've practiced to be totally feminine and ask for help. I'm about to change any culture. So I went upstairs and I asked a male if he could help me. And he was like, yeah, come, I'll show you what to do. I was like, okay. All right. So he showed me what to do. And I was very thankful that he showed me what to do and he carried down the escalator. On my way coming up, obviously I would have to get help. And there was this young man that his present became present in an amazing way. When he entered the little queue, there were about 10 of us standing there, and he said a resounding afternoon with a really warm voice. You could not have missed it. And then when I look around, I asked for help. I said, could somebody help me? And he volunteered. I'm trying to remember his name now. I actually recorded it because I didn't want to forget his name. And he came and he helped me. And I have a new, nice walk. So I walked up this step and I heard some step feet running up the stairs. And he turned to me, he said, I don't think I would have left you and allowed you to take it off yourself. Now that spoke authenticity. This young man didn't know me, I didn't know him, but he decided to be present in that moment. And what the social media era, what us not being authentic, what it has done, it has allowed us to be absent even when we are present. Behavior do not discriminate. It doesn't. So I am sure if I should see this young man some other place, he would have what I refer to and what the Bible referred to as an excellent spirit. Now, when we think about social media, I want just to stay there for a moment. When we think about social media as young persons, as adults, what I'm always confused is why would I be sitting or have the opportunity to interact or engage with another human and decide to do it with a device? So everybody knows when they come in by Auntie Tessa, what usually happens? There is a phone basket. So when you sign up to come by me, and it's usually for the entire day that goes into around 11 in the night, your phone goes in a basket. And if for some reason I see you with your phone, then your phone comes and lives for the rest of the day with Auntie Tessa. Now, why am I doing that? I'm just a 52-year-old sad woman. Okay, that was not a joke either. You all are missing all my. I said a few, I'll leave that alone. I'm not. What it is, what happens at the result of that is total engagement. Total engagement. And I just want to read the last part of the slide there. Authenticity is often associated with what? Sincerity, integrity, and this guy, we all know, well, we all have heard about C.S. Lewis. And what he says about integrity. Integrity is doing the right thing when no one is watching. And I just want to go back to that story I told about that young man. Nobody was watching. He didn't have to do what he did for a total stranger. And when I finished, did my order, did my delivery, I saw him downstairs and I give him a nut cake and he was like, "You don't need to." I said, "I know I don't, but I really want to." The Bible tells us to do what? Search me, O God, and know my heart. Test me and know my anxious ways. I just want to rest there. Research is showing as a result of our fascination and our this thing that social media has on us, we have a society of anxious young ladies. Anxious young men too, but however, the suicidal rate among young ladies is more than young men. And it comes straight out of that desire to compare. We have, I want to look like the next person. And when I put up a video, or I put up a picture and there isn't the amount of likes that I want, then I feel diminished. It's an instant, and what is happening, what has happened through social media, our neurological pathways are being transformed. It's changing. And neuroplasticity is happening not in a positive way, but it's in a negative way. A lot of us are addicted because every scroll is a dopamine hit. Every scroll is a dopamine hit. Just as if we were pulling a slot machine. But we need to remember, in order for us to have friends, in order for us to engage and interact with persons, I have to be present. I have to be present. It means where I'm standing, where my feet is planted, I must be willing to be engaging or to be engaged. I must be willing to interact with the next warm person next to me. Know my thoughts. Anything that is in me that offends you, lead me along the path of everlasting. And that is our desire. Our desire is for us to end up in that place where we could enjoy God's presence eternally. I like this picture. It came with the PowerPoint. I wish I found it myself, so I left it. It shows laughter. You all don't want to be in that. You all not interested to find out what they're laughing about? I want to. Okay, this group here. You all set them up for me? Okay. All right. Thank you, ladies. Self-awareness. So you all really don't want to know what? Okay. But you all want to know here, right? Thank you. Thank you, Gerald. Gerald wants to know. I don't know either, but this has been lost on us. Think about it. When last you have had a good belly laugh with a group of friends? Right through. And what social media has done is take away this joy of us engaging, this one-on-one, this face-to-face, this interaction. In order for us to have friends, we need to be self-aware. I need to understand me. I need to know what I am bringing to the table. And that young man on yesterday brought kindness to the table. And I'm sure wherever he goes, because remember, behavior don't discriminate, he will bring that kindness. Oh, my clicker is not clicking. Okay. Now, when we think about self-awareness, I want to go down. It involves a deep exploration and reflection to one inner experience and the fact that shapes them. When we think about who I am as a person, am I okay with it? Am I really okay with me? And I need to be okay with me, understanding my self-awareness and understanding myself. It requires me to be honest with my faults and my good parts. It requires me to know what I'm carrying into a friendship. Clicker not clicking, but that's fine. My clicker is not clicking. Okay. This is one of my most challenging activity that I seek to do. Do not do anything from selfish ambition or from cheap desires to boast. My husband, who, when I heard we are married 29 years also, my husband, he will do the world of things and you never have to commend him. He's fine. Don't mention his name. He don't have to be seen. When I do something, call me out. Sister Hospedales was there. Auntie Tessa did this. When I contribute, recognize me. I'm just saying. Now, I know that's about me, so I am working on it. Because there's a Bible text that says I'm doing it for selfish ambition. And as a friend, I need to make sure that when I connect with a person, I am connecting with that person, it must be not because of what they could do for me. It's not whether or not this person could give me something. It should be as a result of humble, considering, this one is a tough one too, considering others better than myself. Really? I know a couple of people I'm better than. Just saying. But the Bible is telling me, as an authentic person, I need to esteem others better than myself. And I wonder, I would ask why. Why I need to do that. It means that if I do that, I would be of service to others. An authentic person, we're talking about friendship. We must be really emotional intelligent, and I love self-regulation. It's just one element, one of the elements of emotional intelligence as it relates to self-regulation. The person who tells me from the Bible, I'll carry you to even the part of the Bible, Galatians, that speaks about self-regulation, will get a crafting or something. Self-regulation, anybody? Galatians, right, sister? Tell me what? No, you're not going to get it because you didn't tell me what word. Tell me the word. Self-control. Yeah, but she's not going to get it. You know, let me tell you why. Let me tell you, this one's saying, wow. Could you stand so they can see your face? She has my face. So you know those, and I'm not getting carried away, promise. You know those, when you have a competition, they say once a person is part of the business or part of the whatever. Yeah, she thinks like me. Yeah. My name is Tessa, her name is Tuska. Hint, hint. Self-regulation, self-control. How many of us have mastered that? That's self-control. But yet still we are walking around wondering why we don't have friends. Control yourself. See what would happen. And that falls in so many realms of control. Control the things you say or control the things you don't say. Now that's a biggie for me. Because I find myself a lot of times thinking, but yet still saying. But if it is, I am desiring to be a friend and to be authentic, one of the major things I need to do is self-regulate. And self-regulation does not only speak to me controlling myself. As a friend, I need to be willing to control others. And let me explain, not manipulate. A friend ever called you about a situation that you could really rile them up for? Girl, this person on the work, I fed up, da 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 da. And instead of you reflecting to that friend a behavior that will guide that friend to a more amiable path, you jump on the bandwagon and in the street, matter of fact, on the highway, pelting blows with the friend. If I am to be authentic and I want to be a friend, I need to both have the ability to regulate myself and have the desire to be that person that will regulate others. Listening and understanding. Friendship is a process. And that process takes a while. And we use the word friend like how we use love these days. I love mango. Well, that's true. That's true. I really do. Let me get back. I have about roughly 9, 10 mango trees, and I still stopped and purchased mangoes yesterday. In my defense, I don't have calabash mango, I don't have long mango. Point taken. Friendship is a process, and if you allow it to mature, it would end up into a wonderful relationship. Now, I thought about recognizing and calling out the amount of friends I have, but I think that would be a bad idea. But however, there are some persons, when certain things happen in my life, I think about calling them first. They are my friend. Somebody said Tusker. You leave that there. I have a person, I called her my friendnies. And I went through my whole presentation with her. And she was, Auntie, I don't understand why you do PowerPoint and them kind of thing, you know. Just go up there and flow. And I said to her, I said, baby girl, you are such a fan. I mean, I don't think I could do anything that you won't motivate. Now, that is partly true because there are times I would have called her and she would have set me aright. My best friend usually tells me, I'm not your husband, I'll punch you in your face. Yeah. Yes. I kid you not. And most of the time, it's she has good reason. One of the amazing things with true friendship is being willing to be transparent. I remember coming home at night on the highway, and I was thinking about a person who I consider my best friend. And I said this prayer. I said, Lord, I would love for my best friend to call me now. And my husband called. And there and then, I said to myself, that was a revelation to me. The Lord said to me, you think you know who is your best friend. Now, I don't want us to believe, I just want to clear this up. Even though that would have happened that night, I still don't offload a lot of stuff that I know my husband cannot handle emotionally. Because I'm female and slightly cray-cray. So I need other females who would facilitate a level of authenticity. And for that, I have a group of 4 ladies, my wife clubs, who we come together when things are really tough and I could share me. Now, it's really important, I want you all to track with me. It's really important for us to understand that you need to have a community of persons who you could touch and who will touch you. Social media is not it. Just yesterday, I called my male best friend. He's around my age. So he think I should stop calling him my BFF. He says, stop them young people dotishness. But I would say, hi, BFF. He said, I'm tired telling you this. And the reason why I called him is just to update him with what is going on with my life. And I started by saying, did I tell you this and did I tell you that? He said, no, he had new people to tell. So I called him to update me. And I update him. And when I updated him, I usually dubbed our conversation, wait for it. Because I know without a reason of a doubt, some nugget I could walk away with. The last nugget I got from him was whether or not you do this business, it all depends on you. I just want you to know you're getting older. So the time you had when you was 25, you're 52, you don't have that time anymore. Somebody might say, ouch. But that resonates in my heart. Do you have a friend that tells you the truth? Social media is not the place that reflects your truth. If I'm going to be authentic, if I am claiming that I am an authentic person, I need to make sure I'm existing in an authentic place. I need to have some boys. I need to have some girls. One of the things I like that is emerging out of that group that was mentioned in my bio, Digital Disciple Movement. We are having cliques being formed within that group. And the first time I heard this, and I never would forget, it was in Vancouver. Pastor Gideon St. Bryce was doing a presentation. And in his presentation, he said that in order for you to maintain your relationship as an Adventist, as a young Adventist person, you need at least 7 other young Adventist friends. And after that, I Googled it just to make sure, fact find, and it was true. So in order for you to maintain, and it's not, we're not talking about Facebook long distance, we're talking about friends. So coming out, what has been emerging out of this group, you would see a group of boys, a group of young men, set up 7 of them in a church, doing a presentation, singing, whatever. Or a group of young ladies with, we going to Tobago. So they are forming relationship within the group, and that's okay. We want cliques. Guess what? Jesus had a clique. He had 3 guys he rolled deep with. 12 of them, but 3. Peter was, I would have liked Peter to be my friend. Pull out that sword. Adaptability. As a friend, we cannot be rigid. It cannot be my way or the highway. It's okay. It's okay. You cannot be rigid if you are seeking authentic relationship. There are some things you must give up. There are some things you must drop. Because guess what? As you engage each other, you would learn iron sharpens what the Bible says, iron sharpens iron. Positive impact. How am I impacting my world? How am I impacting my world? What difference am I making? Think about that. I want us to think about, as an individual, how am I impacting my world? Why am I here? I like this is how we do. What am I doing? But I want friends. How am I going to make a difference in their lives if I'm not making a difference in mine? I need to be changing something. I was placed here not just to be a space on a seat. The Bible tells me I am salt. So wherever I go, I need to bring flavor. And so how am I showing up? And guess what? On social media, I really can't bring much flavor. I could do it in real. And there was a time when, for 2 years, we were forced to not be real. But that time don't exist anymore. So if there's one conspiracy theory I would buy into, is that of this thing was created for us not to connect. But we need to have a desire to reconnect. It's time. Building trust. Let's see how we could build trust. When I thought about this, I thought about persons who would have allowed me to lose trust in them. And I decided, guess what? It's not as serious. Let's take a go at it again. And there's one person, I'm not going to mention the name because I didn't ask permission. There is one person, for years we were estranged from each other. And when that person re-entered back my life, I wondered what I was doing. Why did I allow my childish, that's the word that came to my mind, attitude, allow this person that was so dear to me not exist in my space? In order for us to be authentic, no persons without a reason of a doubt, they would fail us. We're infallible. We're gonna mess up. But it's for us to lean in and Be eternal. Be constantly forgiven. The Bible tells us we need to forgive what? 70 times 7. As we seek to navigate this social media maze that we have found ourselves in, with clicks and likes and swipe, my desire for you is to be present when you are present. I'll say that again. My desire for you is to be present when you are present. Thank you.